What does climate, water quality, flood mitigation, and human health all have in common? They can all be influenced and positively influenced by improving soil health. My name is Mitchell Hoare. I'm the founder and CEO of Continuum Ag. We're based down in Washington, Iowa, and we are the catalyst to be able to implement regenerative agriculture and tie together that soil health parameters that I mentioned to those outcomes being climate, water quality, water quantity, and flood mitigation, and human health. The problem that we're looking to address is really risen as a global issue, in that we're looking to implement better soil health management and regenerative agriculture, but the data and the knowledge that's needed to actually be able to implement that is currently not really existent. And that stems because there's no consistent analysis of how do we actually put some data behind this. There's no consistent direction on where are we heading and what's the goal. And there's no consistent standards to be able to monitor, are we making progress? And are we getting to where we need to be able to actually make a meaningful impact? So that's where Continuum Ag comes in. We are the Intel processor to be able to provide an infinite pipeline of data-driven machine learning and agronomic data analysis as we go about to provide actionable solutions to solve this problem. How we do that really boils down to our secret sauce. We're able to provide instantaneous soil health analytics, and this is a big one. So some of those soil parameters that we're talking about is that we're able to identify the soil chemical, physical, and biological components in the soil, which is not currently being done. So we're able to see the soil more thoroughly. We're looking at things like organic matter, biological activity, and fertility management as well, keeping that fertility in the soil and out of the water, helping to be able to make real-time decisions by assessing the soil more thoroughly. So that's number one. Our outcomes are unbiased, and utilizing machine learning, we're able to continuously improve on the fly. We utilize the Amazon web server to host our platform, which provides us unlimited scalability and speed in a continually improving system. And we have to have that scalability because of our collaborative pipelines. So we're creating more pipelines of data into our system, which trains it so we can identify more information and provide more data pipelines out to be able to help more people, help more customers. So we have to be able to be fully scalable, and we're really uniquely positioned here because of our on-farm experience and a deep knowledge of agriculture is really something not found in ag startup at this point. Our business model is interesting because we're able to just be that analytics platform, that unbiased processor of data to bridge the data connectivity gaps between these different groups that I identify up here. What we do is we start with that agronomic data, like I mentioned, thorough information. That data, we provide instantaneous recommendations back to the farmers to help them to make meaningful change. They need to understand products and practices to help them. We work with those companies to identify the products and learn about them. The products and practices help us to produce an output of better quality grain, which we're selling then to grain buyers like Cargill and ADM and Bunge to connect my local innovative farmers with those guys. Those buyers then have a better quality product that they can produce into a better quality consumer-facing good, like bread or different outcomes, packaged goods, that they can then sell to Walmart, who is trying to fit the need of their end consumer. The missing thing has been that consumer needs to have a little data, the backing, to understand why do they want to pay for this regenerative product and whatnot. And that's where we come in to connect that full circle with unbiased data and recommendations, provide value all the way through. How we're able to go to market and scale this, we've already been doing over the last couple of years, doing on-farm consulting for about 3 years with farmers and on the back end of other agronomic consultants who are already boots on the ground. Bringing out a lot of product evaluations, that's step number 2. Evaluate how do those products help us to improve our soil and make meaningful impact more efficiently. Building more of those data bridges as well as step number 3. We're building those at this point in an ongoing manner to be able to continue to train our machine learning through that conglomeration of data and the progress we've already made. We're looking to set the standard here and be that one consistent platform in the middle to service all of those different customers. If we can continue moving quickly continue to train our machine learning, and monetize the system along the way, we can set that standard and be the go-to in this space as we go forward. How we're going to be able to do that, we're uniquely positioned there in that the status quo is old, outdated, linear equations, but with our independent machine learning systems, we're able to be that one-stop data shop, provide the fully integrated pipeline from the soil at the molecular and the microscopic level, all the way through to that end consumer, showing that tie to them is that human health aspect and the water quality aspect and the carbon aspect. We've got the direct link between all of it, and our actionable soil health recommendations make us unique. Our team, myself as my background in soil health knowledge, Andrew coming in, he was one of the head guys at Ag Solver, Ag Tech, and a lot of strategic partnerships that he brings to the table. And Kyle just exited a company successfully as well. We have a software engineer who has built these data management processes before. Zach is experienced in the startup space down in Memphis, and Ryan to handle things in the field. Go quickly through financials, I can get back to this later. Essentially that it all ties together, providing value on the farm, providing value to the input companies working on the farm, providing value to the ag companies, those grain buyers who need that data, and eventually to the food companies who need access and subscription into this database. Our progress so far, 70,000 year to date, functioning, building systems, and implementing trials, making meaningful impact as we go into this year's growing season. Here today, looking to raise $400,000 in a Series A round. Utilize that to be able to hire on key members, continue to build our data analytics platform, and more sales and development to fuel continual revenue, but also just looking to expand more partnerships here as well. For more information, find all of our stuff all over social media, and welcome to entertain any questions that you may have.